you from South Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with the opening tip, won by the Heat, and we're underway in Miami. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Dragic. To Butler. Trying to cash in. The shot by Butler? No.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
He'd have the basketball. Dragic to Waiters. Screen coming. Waiters, tough matchup against George. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. George, yes, give the advantage to the shooter. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Butler into the front court. Down 5. Dragic. Short jumper misses.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Paul George to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Knocked loose. Dragic. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Rises for the slam.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Leonard. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
Waiters to Butler. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Beverly. George, he made his first effort, but not that time. Kawhi Leonard, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
The assist from number 22, Jimmy Butler.
Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against Butler. Lets it fly from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Beverly. Nothing going here on that drive. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally. Shoot your shot.
Erik Spoelstra now gonna use a timeout. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Dragic with it. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Not getting the bounce. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Dragic. No good. Defense catching a break there. Williams across the timeline. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. With a drop step. With the basket after a nice drop step.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Miami with the basketball. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. PG lets it fly. Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first. We played 1 quarter here on President's Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Leonard, he buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking?
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
They'll get it down to Leonard. And count the basket inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
The drive, right to the basket. Off the mark. Oh, he had him there for a second. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He
leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Layup goes down. Well done.
When things click, they click. That's good offense right there.
Won't go. Deep 2 there, won't go. Strong finish for Paul George. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. It's the Heat with the possession. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Butler. Not that time. To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Second of 3 is good. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Olynyk against George. Five to shoot for Miami. Paul George snatching it out of the air. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 20.
"24-second violation.
For the Heat.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 0, Myers Leonard.
Beverly won't go down. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
George knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Space is limited, so you must act soon. Set up the team website for more details.
And finishes strong.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Leonard, it's good, and he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
Miami's got it. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Jimmy Butler to the line for 1.
Free throw good, so they get the 3-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. To Leonard. From long range. Rebounded by the Heat.
1 minute left in the second quarter.
Has a chance. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Kawhi Leonard against Leonard. For 3.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Kawhi Leonard. He's going to get 3 shots here. He's perfect from the line so far. It's a second. One more coming. 3 for 3. Nice. To Waiters. Clippers have got it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Leonard.
To number 0, Myers Leonard. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 4.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. Second of 3, got it. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. To Waiters.
Big pick right there.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Leonard. He continues to shoot it well. From beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
The pass taken away by the Clippers. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Leonard. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Jimmy Butler. He's now 4 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Butler. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
George, he has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from 3-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Waiters, he was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Butler to bring it up. His guys down big. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Kawhi Leonard sizing up Leonard. Fires the 3. Yes.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Leonard. Down low George. Working the outside. Over to the right side. George. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. Butler. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. George. Oh, he just continues to pour it in from downtown. He's 6 of 7 from 3.
This is probably the time that you adjust your defense, maybe play some zone, maybe a box and one, or maybe just double team him.
Butler. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and effort, it's off the charts.
Now the Heat gonna use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Butler has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Leonard goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless, but attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Bam Adebayo. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 72%. First try, no good.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, number 5.
Second one's good. Splits the pair. To Leonard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. Jimmy Butler. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Butler. Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty.
Misses the first.
It's all good. It's all good.
Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. It's PG for 2 and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Dragic Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Butler against George. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
George, he engulfed him that time. 15-footer at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. It's been all Clippers so far. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A+ game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Gets to the basket and scores.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Goran Dragic. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick. Kawhi Leonard sizing up Butler. And scores.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Butler to Dragic. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 20, subbing in for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 13, Paul George.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Dragic fires the 3, and it's Leonard there to clear the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Deep right corner. Butler missed it. To Harkless. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down. It's the Heat with the possession. Nice finish at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Dragic with the basketball. Down a bundle. Even to Zubac. Sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, eh?
George, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Lazy pass there, and it's intercepted. Patrick Beverly able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Beverly Nothing going here on that drive. From the painted area, won't go down. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? He'd have the basketball. Knocked loose. James Johnson here against Tarklis. Couldn't keep it in. Out off James Johnson. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 23, Louis Williams. Entering the game for the Miami Heat, number 5. 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Leonard. Oh, nice find for the basket.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
To Butler. Five to shoot for Miami. Oh, big finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
George to Beverly. Hat-trick Beverly. Looking good. 4 for 5.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.